Hey there, hobby friends. King NASCAR here. And day 4 of the National is in the books. I went into the day thinking that I wasn't going to be getting, too many things because what I really wanted to do was track down all the friends I have not seen and, just talk to them and catch up. But I did all that, plus I got a lot more cards and a lot more things today. So I guess without any further ado, we will get started. So the first thing, one of my buddies came up to me. He told me, he goes, I saw your name up on the eBay board for a break on Thursday, and they were breaking a case of Spectra. I'm not sure what year it is. I think it was 2020 Spectra. But anyway, they were doing it by teams. It was 2020 Spectra football. And apparently I got the Packers. So I went up to the eBay booth, told them who I was, and that I thought I had won part of a break. And they said, yeah, you did. I gave them my driver's license, and they came out with some cards. So I want to show you those cards real quick. And here are the Packers that came. It was a complete case break. So the first card is Gilbert Brown of the Packers. Then we've got Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty spiffy. Go Aaron Rodgers. Then we've got A.J. Dillon memorabilia. It looks like it's, I think that's like some jerseys, a couple colors of jersey, and it looks like a football. So that's pretty cool, even though I'm not a football guy. Then I got Devontae Adams. And I'm not sure if that's a numbered card or not. Yeah, it is. It's a number 17 of 75 out of Spectra, 2020 Spectra. It's so shiny. Yeah, it's very shiny. Then I got this other mem card of A.J. Dillon. And it looks like it's a dual uniform, and they took the swatches and they went, one went horizontal, one went vertical. So that's pretty cool. And then the big card, my son told me that this is actually a really nice card, is Jordan Love. And it's number 25 of 25. He said, that's a fairly big card. He goes, I could probably, sell it and make a little bit of money on it. So, hey, I'm not a football guy. If anybody out there is looking to do some trading or whatever, just let me know. Just DM me. So that was the first thing I did, is I got those cards. Then, and I'm going to kind of go all over the place here because I kind of want to show these in like order of importance. So I was standing at a booth, and one of the card artists rolled up. It was Andy Freeman, and he gave me one of his cards he's doing a promo of here at the National. It's Jose Ramirez. So I thought that was really neat. It's like he did a 4-card set of Jose Ramirez, Shohei Ohtani, Gunnar Henderson, and Jason Dominguez. So be looking out for that, and you might want to follow him and check him out. So I think that's pretty neat. So I gave me that card. Also, when I was going by Heritage, they gave me this Leaf card. And this is the Ruby Slippers from The Wizard of Oz. And you can see it's so shiny. But it's shiny, and it's a legitimate card, they said, even though it is a promo card they gave out. And it's numbered as well. It's number 248 of 500. So that's pretty neat. I've always liked The Wizard of Oz when I was a kid. And they were actually auctioning off her Ruby Slippers at Heritage. I have no idea, or couldn't even think, how much of those things would go for. So got that. Then I picked up a few odds and end NASCAR cards. I mean, they're very odd and end. And right now, this one is Jessica Brunelli from Element. I think is this 2011 Element? I believe it is 2011 Element. It's hard to see because they did black, almost on black. But I didn't have her, and I'll probably get that graded because I've got a Women of NASCAR set registry set. So I will get that done eventually. Saw this past winners of Richard Petty, and it's Victory Lane. It's number 10 of 99. I thought, well, that's pretty neat. And, you know, I love the King. I love me the King. And I forget what year Victory Lane that is. It's 2018 Victory Lane. So like that card. So go King. Then this was the real shocker. I got this for like $1. You're not going to believe this. But it is the checkerboard, and these are the rarest out of the I think it's 2009. Let's see, it's 2009. These are the pocket portraits from Press Pass. And these are tough, and I've been collecting these for a while. I still have not completed the set. That's how tough it is, these checkerboard. So when I saw that, I definitely had to pick that bad boy up. Then I saw a guy that had a whole bunch of what I would call vintage slabs. He had them, you know, they were like 60s, 70s, 80s, and he had them marked down. And that's usually where I find a lot of sophomoric slabs. And I did find 4, and I'll show you the first one. It's Jake Cup from 1974 Topps. So go Jake Cup. That's a funny name, boy. It is. It's very funny. I'm assuming he wears a cup. And then next, I like this name because it's kind of like a NASCAR name almost. It's Speedy Thomas. So go Speedy. Go Speedy Racer. And it looks like I'm getting some glare over here on this. I apologize for the glare. Kind of glary with my lights. Then I picked up another sophomoric slab. It's a 71 Topps football. And it is Don Cockcroft. Go Don. So we'll put him over here. Then the last sophomoric slab I picked up was a 1951 Bowman football. Don Doll. He's a doll. And trust me, I did not pay $20 for that card. Not at all. So that was cool. I was glad to pick up a few sophomoric slabs while I was here. And that was one of the goals, you know. It's nice to get those things and, you know, not have to find a raw card and get it graded. Just go ahead and just get it done. So later on in the day, I was talking to a friend of mine who watches NASCAR radio, and who walks up but Eric Hecker. And for those of you who don't follow Eric Hecker, he does the Rack of the Day, and his handle on Twitter is @ESHecker. Hoping you can see that. But I started talking to him, and I was telling the other guy I was with, Justin, I said, I don't know if you know what Eric does, but he does this random act of kindness of the day, and he hands out cards to people at the National. He goes, hey, you guys want some? And I told Eric, I said, heck yeah, I want some. So he gave me a pack. I reached in his bag, just grabbed a pack, and these are the cards I got. First card I got was a Lamar Woodley rookie. Second card was an Obsidian card of Jalen Thompson. I like that card, boy. Well, I'm glad you do, Cardle. That's a good thing, man. Then I also got Willie McIver. So that's a nice little auto, baseball auto. And then also in there, of all things, it's a select sheet metal card of Jimmy Johnson, Mr. Golden Horseshoe himself. Go Jimmy. And it's so shiny. But I thought, man, how fortuitous is that? Because I'm sure he doesn't have very many NASCAR cards, and I happen to pick one. But the really, really neat card was a card art card. And it's this Jackie Robinson. That was in there. And to me, this is one of the greatest cards I got during the whole National. It is absolutely beautiful. The video, I'm sure, does not do it justice. It's got the American flag in the background. As you can see, it's got a 3D effect. And it's absolutely stunning card. I just love this card so much. And the artist that did it, it's RP Vintage Card Art. It's RP Bailey 78. He's on X/Twitter. So if you want to give him a follow, that would be really nice because he does some great work. I've already been following him, And it was really neat to get one of his cards. And actually, it's a great honor for me to have one of his cards. So that's a stunning card, and that's definitely a keeper. Plus, it's pretty thick, as you can see. So, yeah, with all the 3D effects. So I love that card. Man, it is like incredibly groovy. Also, at the show, Whatnot is, they've got a little photo booth where they're taking your picture. They can make a card, and then they have a slab by PSA. So I did that. Me and my son actually did it. And we did 2. And we numbered them 1 of 1 and 1 of 2. Got those done. So that's kind of our thing. We do that. So that was neat. Glad to get that done with my son Tyler. And then I also got one done by myself. And that's also a 1 of 1. So that's always cool when that can happen. I like that. Also, while I was in that was in the Breakers Pavilion area. And man, these people have a lot of stickers. And I ended up picking up, well, I guess you could call this a NASCAR radio buttload of stickers. So as you can see, there's all kinds of stickers. I'm just going to throw those down there. Go stickers. And I stopped by the Beckett booth, and they were nice enough to give Val and myself each, and this may not fit on the screen, one of the latest Racing Collectibles price guide. So I was able to pick that up. So thank you, Beckett. We appreciate you guys so much for doing that. I'm going to take that and put that off the side. Then I went by the PSA booth, and I had one card I subbed to have done here. And it's a 2008 History of Nike Lance Armstrong card. Now, I have literally been looking for this card for like 10 years because supposedly they only made 150 of these sets. And this set includes stars like Michael Jordan, Ken Griffey Jr., Bo Jackson, Mike Schmidt, and then they have cards, since it's the history of Nike, they have like cards with a picture of the Nike headquarters, the Nike lunchroom. I mean, it's really kind of an eclectic set. But anyway, I got it done. I was hoping for a PSA 9, but I ended up with an 8.5, which I'm not going to complain because, like I said, you just cannot get these cards at all. So I'm very happy to have this. And what this does for me is it completes my Lance Armstrong Master Set on the PSA Set Registry. So I will now be complete, and I will also be number 1. So maybe next year this could be a winning set. We'll see. So anybody out there with PSA who is listening / watching, get me going. I appreciate that. So yeah, I was very, very happy to get that done. Then I went by another booth, and they had a bunch of autographs. And this is going to be my big card of the day. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But he did give me some bonus cards because I bought the really big card. And what they are, there's some 1969-70 Panini sticker cards. And I got the ones that were all, automobile racers. This one right here is Peter Shetty, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Not real familiar with him, but that was a automobile card. And then some of these others you might recognize. The next one is got John Surtees on there with Piers Courage. I actually like that name. So I got that one. Then the next one is Dennis Holm. Glad to get that one. And like I said, he gave me all these cards. The next one has got Giacomo Agostini, I believe is how you pronounce his name. You can see some of these guys, they're some of the vintage racers. And the next one is, oh gosh, I'm not even going to try. Claudio, oh boy, Reganoni. I'm sorry for butchering that name. I feel bad. But that's another one. And I think most of these guys are like Formula One guys. Then you've got Dan Gurney. He's one of the U.S. drivers. And you see it's got the U.S. flag on there. So I was glad to get Dan Gurney. And then Johan Rindt. He was a Formula One driver. And then last, Graham Hill. That's Damon Hill's father. And he was also a Formula One driver and champion. So glad to get those. So lastly, my big card. This is my big card of the National, at least so far. It is a 1969-70 Panini Mario Andretti, and it is autographed. And it is a beauty. I looked at it a lot before I popped on it. I didn't see any creases in it. The centering, of course, is off, which, you know, is true with most of these cards. But it was signed by Mario. It's been authenticated by PSA. And it's a stunner, man. I had been looking at this for days, thinking, you know, maybe I might want to buy it, and finally decided to get it. But I may end up getting this graded at some point, but for now, it's just going to be an authentic card with Mario Andretti's autograph on it. So that was my day at the 2024 National Day 4. A lot of cool stuff. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to get much today because I was just going to visit, but it ended up being a lot of stuff. So I'm very, very happy to get all these things. So anyway, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And from Cardle and myself, we will check you folks later.